Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to another video. Today I have your boy
Jovenchi.
Yep guys, we were actually doing a walk around this whole area. We're in Duluti right now. He doesn't even know how to pronounce it, like Duluti.
Lake Duluti. Now I'm good.
Yeah, he's getting it, man. Yeah, as from the title, you already know what you're talking about today. My name is Faisal. If you're new to the channel, you already know what to do, man. Subscribe to his channel as well.
Jovenchi K.
Yep, and this is how we do it. So we actually look at this setup, man. The flowers making it look so
cozy and fancy. I would never
like,
expect this here.
Yeah, like we actually prepared this for this video, you know. Anyways, guys, from the title, you already know what we're talking about. We're actually talking about what we as Tanzanians, like when we travel abroad, what people think of us. What are the things like they know about our country and the questions they ask us. I chose Jovenchi for this video because he also travels a lot. If you go to his channel, he has been like to multiple countries. Singapore, Mara Europe, Mara Dubai. Like he's living life. Man.
I've been all over. We're trying.
Yeah, so tell us, Joe, like from your point of view, then I'm gonna also talk about it from my point of view.
So I would say from my experience, it differs from different areas. When I was in Europe, people had more knowledge about Tanzania. Like people would say Serengeti, people would say Manyara, people would say Ngorongoro, or they would mention national parks like animal safaris.
Yeah.
And then they'll also mention Zanzibar. So Zanzibar and Serengeti comes up a lot, and people know that we're good for safaris and beautiful beaches. But in Far East Asia, because I was in this summer, I went to Malaysia, Indonesia, and Singapore. People there don't really know much.
They don't know much about Tanzania at all.
About the continent even.
Yeah.
Like when you tell them I'm from Tanzania, it's Africa. Maybe even try to like next to Kenya.
Yeah, at least they say like if you say Kenya, they at least write a bit. Yeah.
But I think they know most just like Africa as Africa. Because sometimes I tell them, because I live in South Africa now, so I'll tell them from South Africa. They still think they don't know if like South Africa is a country. They think like it's just the southern part of Africa.
Part of Africa, yeah.
So most of the time it's just like I've realized most people in Far East Asia, based on my experience, I'm a little bit ignorant about the African continent in Tanzania, but Europeans are quite more knowledgeable about it. Yeah.
But then, don't they ever ask you about like the culture of Tanzania, the food, the people, like how we are, how you interact with like one another, like when you're in Tanzania?
They usually very concerned about the language, what we speak in Tanzania. Because they usually ask like, do you speak English? Because most of them, English is not their first language. Just like me, English is not my first language. I speak Kiswahili as my first language. So they're usually wondering like at what point did I learn English and what is the official language? So I always tell them like I speak Kiswahili and stuff. And they're usually fascinated. Now and then you'll get people who'll be like, I've had my friend maybe in Nigeria, but it's like, Nigeria is a whole different country, but okay. But at least you can see there are a few people, but most of the times, usually like mostly the language. And for example, when I went to Indonesia, the food was very similar to us. They have rice, they have like stew, they have beans and stuff. So that was like, so whenever I was like, I would actually tell them first like, oh, this food sounds familiar. They'll be like, you also have it at home? I'm like, yeah.
Okay, that's so like, what's the biggest challenge you have ever encountered, like in terms of like when you talk to people or when you tell people like, oh, I'm from Tanzania? What's like the biggest, maybe I should say a turn off, or like the biggest challenge you've gotten so far?
So far, I've not really had. I mean, I had a recent issue in Cambodia. I was deported in Cambodia. I think that I'm not sure. I don't think that was like basically because I'm Tanzanian. I think it was just like of my race, just because I was black, in context. But I haven't had any major issue just because I'm Tanzanian. Because I think people don't know enough about Tanzania outside to have a problem with. Because I think, for example, like Nigeria, I mean, no offense, it's something that's global spoken about. When you say you're Nigerian, most people in the world be like,
you're scammer,
fraud, drugs, there are things associated with them. Yeah. But I think Tanzanians, I'm not sure if a lot of Tanzanians also like, I think most Tanzanians that travel don't live in Tanzania. Yeah, so whenever they go out, they will just say like, I'm from London, but they are Tanzanian living in London. So they'll be like, I'm from South Africa, but technically I'm Tanzanian living in South Africa. So people don't really have that experience of Tanzanian. So I've never really had a major issue because I'm Tanzanian.
Do you think like a way that you think Tanzanians can travel more like outside?
I think it's just the information. So what I'm trying to do, which I think you're also doing, is showing people that it's possible and people can go out. Tanzanian can travel to, I think, 45, not 45 plus countries, visa free. And this includes as far as Jamaica. But I think that most people don't have the information because
Don't you think maybe it's because of the financial situation, like it's expensive?
travel is not expensive if you prioritize it in a way. I understand like some people, I'm also talking to a group that's a little bit privileged in a way that they can get food, they
Yeah.
work a 9 to 5, they get like a nice base salary. So I'm talking to specifically those people. I'm not talking to people like who are struggling to even have meal on you get it.
Yeah.
So I feel like most people, because there are people who travel in the country and spend so much money on different things that I think if they can save, they can travel the world more. I travel on different scales. So I've done backpacking, I stayed in Airbnb. So there are so many ways you can make travel affordable out of Tanzania. Because, you can use things like deals. There's so many flight deals. And for example, if you want to travel for your birthday next year, you already know your birthday is in September. You can slowly start saving now. You can book your flight maybe in February, and then your accommodation paid slowly. Because you can actually stay as low as $10 a night in all countries. You can get a nice decent place for $10, $20. You can eat local food. So that's all a way for you to save up on your travel. So you don't have, because I think most people see travel through like celebrities. People fly business class. They stay in like 5-star hotel. You don't have to do that now when you're building up, trying to travel. Trust me, if you go on one international trip, you will see how possible it is with just a small amount of money.
What about like visa? Like, don't you ever get visa problems? Because there are visa-free countries which most people can afford or can go, but the best countries to visit are all require visa.
Yeah, so that's the other problem. So, and I think the best way to get visas for international places is to get an invitation. So I would say the best thing to do now before you travel is network. You can do this. You can make friends on social media from different countries. You can make friends on events and stuff, or exhibition. There are so many things that happen in Tanzania as well. You can make friends who are international. And then if they give you an invite, it's easier for you to get a visa compared if you have to apply the visa yourself. Because they have a certain amount of financial balance you need to have. So I get that's a complication for most people, most of us, but that's one of the way. But I wish this visa story can change because it's quite unfair.
It's really annoying.
Because other nationalities, especially like powerful nationalities, they can travel here on a one-way ticket. They can come with budgets, a small budget, but for us, there's so much higher expectations of us on how much we need to have to get a visa. I hope that changes. The world needs to do better. Embassies need to do better.
For Africans, it's a pain.
Yeah, it's a pain because there are 195 countries. You're only going to 45. That's a very small percentage. And even those, you can get deported, like what happened to me. So there's still discrimination, even...
Yeah, imagine you went to a visa-free.
Visa-free country, guys. Visa-free. But they still deported me, denied me entry for no specific reason. Cancel Cambodia. I'm joking. You can go to Cambodia. But
anyways, man, so like...
But what's your experience?
I mean, like, for me, to be honest, visa-wise, I've never gotten any problems because I always, like, have my things set. I will go to like what they really want. Like, tourist visa is like the easiest visa to get, but it's the most difficult visa, if you get my point. So you just have to know like what do they really want and make sure you have everything that you want. Like if they told you they want $5,000, make sure you have that 5K. Like I don't know how you're gonna get it, but just don't give them a reason to be like, this is your first no, And like, guys, if you're looking to go to like all these visa countries, try visa-free countries first of all. Try the small countries.
Yeah.
Like if you're Tanzanian, try.
Because also
Kenya
it's
first.
good for you to build up your passport.
Immigration history.
If they see you have been to many places and come back home, they can give you a visa to go there because they know you're gonna leave. Because that's usually the problem. They think you're gonna go and never leave.
Yeah. So you start with like easy countries like Kenya, then go to like Zimbabwe,
Uganda,
then you go to South Africa.
Kigali.
Yeah, like so many countries you can
Yeah.
visit. You know, like the visas are like easy. Then go to like Egypt. Just go. If you like, okay, you're going to tell this American consular like, oh, I want to go visit the White House or everything. Where have you toured before? Oh, I only went to Zanzibar. That's in your country. Like, but if you be like, oh, I've seen the pyramids in Giza. Oh, I went to like Nairobi. I saw the elephants in Nairobi. Oh, I went to South Africa. I saw the Mandela statue. You'll be like, oh, so this is what you like doing, you know?
Because you can't tell people. I mean, you can't just tell people today you like traveling and you want to go to America first. Probably it's like in your higher destination that you want to visit, but the history is important, especially as black people, because we are not privileged.
Yeah, true.
So,
not privileged at all. Anyways, I think this is it. So this is what this guy thinks when he travels abroad. Being a Tanzanian, I mean, I know when you travel outside, you miss the food, obviously.
Oh yeah, that's the
best food.
I miss, and we're about to have one of the meals here, chips mayai.
Chips
If
mayai.
you come to Tanzania, that should be the first thing.
Yeah,
We've
like,
been waiting for our food.
Imagine we order chips mayai and it's still not here. Like, what are this? Like a fast food, but it's making it like...
It literally needs to be a fast food, but they're making it like it's a cuisine. Yo,
oh my God. Anyways, guys, peace. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to his channel.
Don't forget to subscribe, Faisal. Don't forget to put the post notification on. Like this video, and don't forget to leave a comment down below. Tell us your thoughts.
Yeah. Like, just tell us anything.
Peace. Peace out.